Okay. Can you hear me now? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so for this segment of London market color session, I will be analyzing the XY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. Right after that, CJ will be coming out for his analysis on gold and yen basket. Um, as we usually do here, I'd like to crave our indulgence to, share the link with everyone on our various social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible, right? So, without, spending much time, or rather more time, we will just head straight to the analysis while we wait for others to, join in for the market color session. All right, so I usually like to start my analysis on monthly time frame. And for the actual on monthly time frame, we're seeing that price has been bullish for quite a period of time. But at the start of the month of February, we can actually see that the month actually started out with a bearish candle. On the weekly time frame, I can actually see the classic box pattern for a sell, shoulder sweep break. Price returned into the zone and even traded into this very other block on the weekly time frame. And on the daily time frame, I'm seeing right here, pretty much nothing has changed yet, right? But there was a box pattern that sent price down, the shoulder sweep break, price returned into this very level, and we're seeing some push to the downside. But for me, I will really ascertain that the bearishness is long term on the XY when I see price clearing this low at 105 spot 273 on the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame. I'm looking out for, sell opportunities on the 4 hour time frame. And what I'm looking out for is for price to trade into this very left shoulder at 108.097. So once price retraces into this very level on the 4 hour time frame, I will be warming up to take my sales on the XY. So for today, my outlook is a buy to sell, a buy into this very left shoulder and a sell off it. And on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, pretty much the same zone, same level, right? The shoulder right here, sweep, break. We want to see price returning into the shoulder at 107 spot 242. And right, today being the 26th of February 2025, we will be, teaching our FX bootcamp students extensively on how the box pattern strategy works. So if you're here to register for the FX bootcamp training, slots for the March cohort is already opened. Down to GBP USD, monthly time frame as seen, price is still maintaining its bearishness, breaking even to the downside. On the weekly time frame, right, I can see the classic box pattern for a sell. The shoulder right here, sweep break. You want to see price returning into 1 spot 32279. Nothing has really changed for GBP USD. We're still maintaining our analysis that we have been looking out for weeks now. And on the daily time frame, right? I said I was interested in buying when I see a break of this very high at 1 spot 25656, and we can see that the high has been broken, and I can actually see a box pattern for a buy on GBP USD, the week daily time frame. The shoulder right here, sweep break. We may see price retracing into this shoulder at 1 spot 23592 before continuing its journey all the way into this very left shoulder residing at 1 spot 32279. And on the 4 hour time frame, what I'm looking out for today, you can actually see a box pattern, right? The shoulder right here at 1 spot 25824, shoulder sweep, break. Price should return into this very left shoulder at 1 spot 25824. So once I see price, once I see price retrace into this very level again, 1 spot 25824, I will be, riding the buy all the way. I will be riding the buy of GBP USD all the way. In the 1 hour time frame, right, pretty much the same thing. There's a shoulder right here, sweep, break. I want to see price returning into the shoulder at 1 spot 25824. Please kindly take note of the levels that we are calling out here. Once price traces into the shoulder at 1 spot 25824, I will be taking the buy on GBP USD. As for my list being Euro USD, the monthly time frame is still bearish, right? Monthly time frame is still bearish. Right, we're seeing price breaking all the way, maintaining the highs and breaking the lows. And the weekly time frame I see right here, right, still bearish. The direction is still to the downside. And on the daily time frame, pretty much same thing. On a higher time frame, you can see that Euro USD is a sell, right? Euro USD is a sell on much higher time frames. Right, so I want to see price, trade into this level at 1 spot 11360. And the reason why I want to see price trading all the way to 1 spot 11360 is because there's a left shoulder here, the classic box pattern, shoulder sweep, break. I want to see price, retracing into 1 spot 11360, and I will be interested in, buying the retracement to this very level. When I see price taking out this very high at 1 spot 05, the high at 1 spot 05254. Once I see a break of this high and the retracement, I will be riding the buy all the way. But for today, being intraday, what am I looking out for? I'm looking out for buy opportunities, of course, right? There's a shoulder right here, shoulder sweep break. We may see price retracing into 1 spot 03546. Price should retrace again into 1 spot 03546 on the 4 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame I'm seeing right here. 1 hour time frame, I can also see the classic box pattern. We usually use the box pattern for analysis during the market color session. You can see the classic shoulder, sweep, break. Price should return into the shoulder at 1 spot 04210. Price should retrace into 1 spot 04210 on the 1 hour time frame. And down to the 15 minutes time frame. Sorry, I will want to add that once price gets into 1 spot 04210, I will be taking my buy positions. Right, so I'm looking out for a sell to buy a sell into 1 spot 04210 on 1 hour time frame. And once price gets there, I will be buying all the way. I will be buying Euro USD all the way, to clear out this very double top on the 1 hour time frame. And on the 15 minutes, time frame, right, as seen right here, there's liquidity residing right here, and there's the left shoulder residing here too. Shoulder, sweep, break. Price should retrace into the shoulder, clear out this liquidity here, and gain strength once it trades into this very left shoulder on the 15 minutes time frame. The shoulder at 1 spot 04210. And once that happens, I will be taking my buys on Euro USD. So on the XY, I'm looking out for a buy to sell on Euro USD and GBP USD. I'm looking out for sales to buy. Right, please, if you have questions at this moment, you can actually type in the chat box and we will be, attending to your questions. Right, again, the FX registration for the FX bootcamp training, the March cohort is currently ongoing. We're going to have a short time together. If you want to know how everyone on the floor trades, signing up for the FX bootcamp training is a good place to start. Right. And for the market color session, we actually just use the box pattern strategy. That's one over the plethora of strategies that we have, right? So you can chat us up on 081 6099 5030 to reserve your slot for the FX Bootcamp training. I can see questions. I can see different bias from what I have analyzed and shown us on chat. All right, so see us all by 2 p.m. for the New York market color session. And CJ is coming up right now for his own session on gold and the yen baskets. Shortly after this break, he will be coming up for his own. Wish you a good trading day. Cheers.
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to the market color for today, the 26th of February, 2024. We're excited. Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to the market color for today, the 26th of February 2025. I'm excited to have you all here back on today's market color, where we'll be having our midweek session looking at what has been going on in the market and what we expect to happen for the remaining part of the market. Our focus today is XAU US, which is gold against the dollar, and then the yen pair. So we're going to be taking you briefly through that. My name is CJ, and I'll be the host for this remaining part of the market color session. Okay, so quickly, let's look at our charts as we analyze gold, and we're checking out what is happening on gold right now and what we expect to see for the remaining part of today on gold against the dollar. So right now on gold, let's switch to the daily time frame as usual. I would like to start from there so that we have clarity on what we're analyzing. So on gold, All right. So on gold, we usually would want to see gold drop because our objective, the first objective we had for this week has been met. Between last week and this week, we're expecting to see gold at 2,950 and gold has traded into 2,950 currently. So we're expecting to see some retracement from there and then one more last push to the upside because remember our target for gold is 3,000 price points. If you remember, we have a line somewhere around there. This is the line at 3,000 price point for gold. So that is where we're expecting gold to trade into. And once it does so, we'll joyfully start looking out for sells on gold all the way to the downside. Okay. So, but for currently at this moment, we want to see what is going to happen to gold when it gets to 3,000. So my bias for today is to see gold trade into 3,000 price point before we start looking for that long sell that will mitigate all these buys to the upside. Because I mean, if you look at this buy, it has been trending for a long while. You just need to see a pushback to the downside for gold. All right. That is what I'm expecting to play out on gold. So apart from that, let's switch over to the 4 hour time frame so that we'll see what we're expecting. Now on the 4 hour time frame, gold gave a retracement of this last swing from this point to this point. So you can measure that and you see that for gold we're already at a discount level. All right, so we're already somewhere around 78.6. Some liquidity has been grabbed all the way to the downside. Right now, this is a good place to start looking out for buys or buy opportunities on gold. So I'm long, I prefer long on gold this morning. I'm looking out for more buy opportunities to play out. Okay. So for today, I'm looking out for a buy on gold from where price currently is at the moment. Okay. So from where price is right now, I'm looking out for buy opportunities to take on gold. So let's check it out and see if we would get any buy opportunity from where price currently is. Right now, gold is giving me that sign that it could possibly be buying back to the upside. So you can start looking out for good positions to take on gold anywhere from where price currently is and we'll be trading it above. Okay. So this is where price currently is. I'm just looking to see if I'll get any entry signature that would print out either on the 5 minutes or on the 15 minutes. I'll be willing to take my buy on gold. So currently on the 5 minutes, gold has broken this last structure. So you can just wait for it to retest this breaker block. So this is going to be my new point of interest for entry on gold. Okay. So I'm looking to see an entry on gold right here. And when that plays out, I would want to take my buy on gold all the way to the upside. So this is where I'm looking to see a buy on gold this morning. Once price trades back into this level, I'll take my buy position and then go all the way long. So remember, the target for gold is 3,000. So I'll keep taking buys on gold until it gets to 3,000. Once it gets to 3,000, I know as usual, it could go a little above 3,000, but I'm not going to try and stretch my luck when price gets to that level. So once it gets to 3,000, I'll just stay out and wait. Once I see a clear break of structure from the higher time frame, especially 4 hour and 1 hour, then I'll start taking sales to the downside. Okay. Because at that point, it's in a period of price discovery. We don't know what's going to happen around that place and further above. So we'll just wait and see how it's going to break and then we'll continue trading right there. Okay. So this is what I'm expecting to see on gold. A buy on gold all the way to 3,000 price point. So this is my analysis on gold for this morning. Right. So if you have any question, feel free to type the question in the chat box on YouTube or on Telegram or on the Zoom call right now. So send your questions so that we can attend to it. And if you have a contrary bias, you can also send it and we're open to looking at all the various bias that we're going to be having. Okay, so that is that on gold. Now let's look at GBP JPY and Euro JPY. But as usual, before we do so, we'd like to look at for what is going on the yen basket. So on the yen basket currently this morning, we're seeing that the yen is still trading above, which is what we analyzed on Monday. And then last week, we're looking out to see the yen basket continuously trading above because right now this is a good point for the yen as a currency pair as a currency, I beg your pardon, to take advantage of what's going on in the dollar. We're seeing indecisiveness in the dollar, and we're seeing that there's no dollar demand at this moment. So it's clearly a dollar dump period. The dollar is going down and down, like we analyzed earlier, but it has not gained strength to resume its uptrend. Now, at this point, the yen on its own is going to be the preferred safe haven currency, especially when there is uncertainty in the dollar. So this is one of the reasons why I have been saying that we should go long on the yen. So looking at the chart currently, we're seeing that the yen basket is breaking structures. Now that it has taken out this liquidity right here, we're expecting it to take out the one residing above. So this liquidity right here at 688, 6888 has been taken out. The next point I'm expecting the yen basket to take out is here. Okay, I'm expecting the yen basket to take out liquidity from this place. Now, seeing that the yen also has a low interest rate, and for the past couple of months, they've been bullish on their interest rate, or they've been hawkish, right, on their interest rate. So we've seen them increase interest rate over time. It was negative as a couple of years ago, and for about 15 years it remained so. But recently, they've been moving into the positive side. The first of all moved by 25 basis points into the positive, about 0.25. Currently, it's at 0.50. So they've had 50 basis points off the negative side of the interest rate and above the 0% mark. So currently, we've seen that the yen on its own as a currency is looking interesting for investors. So when others are cutting interest rate, the yen are increasing interest rate. So it's showing a sign of stability in the economy at this time. So we'd want to see how we're going to take advantage of that in the forex market by taking long positions on the yen. So I'm still very bullish on the yen, regardless of the statements that might happen. I'll still keep being bullish on the yen. So how does that affect our day-to-day trading? Let's look at GBP JPY to get a cue. Now, for GBP JPY, like I said earlier, I'm looking to go short on GBP JPY to take out all this liquidity residing below. They're looking so juicy, and like you all know, GBP JPY likes to deliver when it's on its own day. Okay, so for this guy, seeing that it has retraced as we analyzed also previously, that was around mid-February. Right now, we're expecting it to continue selling all the way to the downside. The immediate liquidity point that I'm expecting GBP JPY to grab is right here. So I'm expecting to see GBP JPY take out this low. Once it takes out that low, then we're going to be looking for a retracement, okay? But now that it hasn't taken out the low yet, we'll be looking for more sales and more sales on GBP JPY. So for me, I'm looking to sell GBP JPY even to take out this low right here. Whatever you're seeing right here, I suspect is a mini retracement. So let's check it out on the 4-hour time frame to get what is actually happening right there. So on the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing that GBP JPY has traded off this breaker block and sold below. Right now, what we're seeing on the GBP JPY is a retracement. Now, after that retracement, we'd expect to see further expansion from GBP JPY all the way to the downside. Okay, so we're expecting that to happen all the way to the downside. So once GBP JPY does that and breaks out of this range, as you can see, the range is from this midpoint here all the way to the range high and the range low. So we're expecting a breakout of this range, and then GBP/JPY goes ahead to take out liquidity residing at 187.000, right? So anytime you see a breakout of this range, we would be selling GBP/JPY to the downside. This is what we're expecting to happen right here on GBP/JPY. Currently, it's in a range, so I'll be sitting it out for today. Once it breaks out of that range, I'll be taking my sell, which is my most preferred position for GBP/JPY to the downside. Okay, now GBP/JPY has something very similar to Euro JPY. But before we look at Euro JPY, a quick look at GBP/JPY on the much lower time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, you can still see it's caught up in a range, and then on the 15 minutes time frame, you can also see that it's caught up in a range that's taking out these highs. All right, right now we're expecting it to just go ahead and take out the low, seeing that the highs has been taken out already. On the 15 minutes time frame, it's looking like it's going to trade off this breaker block residing right here. And if that happens, we'll be expecting a sell-off on GBP/JPY. So you can watch out for this level closely and see what GBP/JPY does within this level right here. So you can mark this whole level right here. If GBP/JPY further trades into this level, then this is going to be a very good pattern to see it sell from. So you can mark this, and I'm expecting something like this to happen. Okay, so for those intraday traders who are looking out for a GBP JPY short, this is going to be a very good position to sell GBP JPY from. So just mark this level. I'm expecting to trade into here and then sell to the downside. Okay, so that is my bias on GBP JPY. Now for Euro JPY, I'm expecting something very similar. If you look at the price action on GBP JPY and Euro JPY on the higher time frame, they look very similar. Okay, but you will notice something. The low of November 2024 has been taken out on Euro JPY. Okay, let's mark that. So if you mark the low of November on Euro JPY, it has been taken out. Now let's make one more reference to GBP JPY. If you look at the low of November in GBP JPY, I think that should be somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. GBP JPY has also taken it out, right? Now come back one more time and look at the low of February. This is the low of February right here. GBP JPY has not taken it out. You can see what is happening on Euro JPY also on the low of February. We expect them to be doing very similar thing most of the time. So whatever you're seeing on GBP JPY, usually we'll apply that same analysis on Euro JPY. But the only difference between the two of them is that most times we want to find out which one is stronger and which one is weaker amongst the two. So if you find a stronger GBP JPY and a weak yen, then it's going to be a good buy. All right, but if the yen is strong, like we have at this moment, a strong yen, we should be looking between GBP rather and euro to find out which is weaker among the two of them. If the euro is weaker, we'll be looking out for a longer time of sell for euro JPY. But if the GBP is weaker, we'll be looking for a longer span of sales for GBP JPY. So this is how I pair them, seeing that they have very similar price action. Okay, so on euro JPY, I'm seeing that it's doing the same thing. So I'll just quickly switch to the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, as GBP JPY is ranging on the 4-hour time frame, Euro JPY is also ranging on the 4-hour time frame. If you move it all the way to the 1-hour time frame, you see that it's also ranging as well. So right now, we would want to expect to see the same thing we saw on the 15 minutes time frame of GBP JPY on Euro JPY, where we would want to see price retrace into this level right here. Okay, seeing that it's not trading off that breaker block just yet because there's a breaker block right here. Okay, seeing that it's not trading off this breaker block, it's also a sign that price could trade a little higher all the way here and then sell to the downside. So for Euro JPY as well, I'm expecting one push right here and then a sell off to the downside. So this is what I am anticipating on Euro JPY and on GBP JPY. So you can mark this out like this. Okay, we'll put our stop loss right above here, 20 pips, and then we'll be targeting all these lows residing below here. So this is like a 1:6 trade when I measured it. Okay, right, so 1:6 trade, yeah. This is what I'm expecting on Euro JPY when it finally plays out. Okay, similar thing to what I'm expecting on GBP JPY when it plays out. So let me just drop the markup on GBP JPY quickly before we wrap up today's session. So for GBP JPY, somewhere here, stop loss right above here. For GBP JPY, the stop loss is quite higher. So we're looking at 32 pips. And then the target is all the way to the downside. So that should be somewhere around here. All right, so this is what I'm expecting to play out on GBP JPY. Okay, so once they start entering into our point of interest, we're going to look out for our entry signatures and then we'll take those trades. Okay, when these trades play out, most likely we might give you a recap of these trades to show you how they played out and how we're taking advantage of it. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's market color. We hope you're able to take advantage of the trades that we've explained here and the trade calls that we've given and the markups that we've also shown you all here. Thank you very much once again. Until meet again by 2:30 p.m. for the New York session market color recap. Wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.